OMS is hosting the 16th Inter-Regional Cooperation Forum of Kazakhstan and Russia. Development of border cooperation has become the key topics of the forum. Business people of both countries held talks on light, food, construction, as well as oil and gas industries. Trade has increased in mixed areas of the regions. For example, this year the trade turnover between the OMS region and Kazakhstan has reached $300 million. The forum will feature issues on trade, development of non-oil sector, and prospects of cooperation in the infrastructure and technology. We are interested in cooperating in mechanical engineering and manufacturing of refrigerator. Moreover, OMS region is known as an agricultural region, which is something that we have in common with Kazakhstan. Our company can be a good example of cooperation between science in Russia and production in Kazakhstan. When we just started the work, we asked help from Russian scientists. To date, Kazakhstan sold more than 50 products, and now the country plans to export to Russia. Currently, we plan to sign an agreement for further cooperation. The issues on implementation of IT projects based on digital technologies are also being discussed at the forum. We developed numerous smart cities projects in Kazakhstan and introduced about 10 information programs in 14 regions in Kazakhstan. We want to introduce this project abroad. We have already been to Uzbekistan and Kyrgyzstan last year. Basically, I think our projects generate interest from other countries. As part of the forum, a high-tech exhibition was held as well, where more than 20 local companies of various industries presented their products and services.
Anti-government protests continue in Chile. As a result of the clashes between demonstrators and the police, at least 20 people were killed while 1,500 were injured. The protests began because of the authorities' decision to increase the cost of the subway. The president of Chile has replaced key government ministers amid the ongoing clashes. Russian military and Turkish border guards have completed the second patrol 70 kilometers away from the border in northeast Syria as part of an agreement to prevent violent attacks against Kurdish fighters. The first joint patrol of the Russian-Turkish border took place in the Kobani region. The United States and the United Kingdom plan to strengthen trade relations after the UK leaves the European Union. Boris Johnson has urged Donald Trump not to impose duties on the UK for the import of automobiles, as well as not to cancel the intake of UK-made products. The United Arab Emirates has created the largest defense corporation in the Middle East. 25 state and independent companies in the country will be united. The new company will focus on preventing cyber attacks and attacks by military drones. The managing director of the military corporation said that the company's goal is to provide the UAE with the ability to protect itself.
The goal of a new Business Roadmap 2025 program is to account over one-third of Kazakhstan's economy for small and medium-sized businesses in the next 5 years. The government has held a discussion on the project implementation. 421 billion tenge was allocated to the business support. 421 billion tenge was allocated to the business support, which is 1.5 times more than the funding in the last 5 years. The share of small and medium-sized enterprises in GDP is planned to be increased to 35%. 13.4% is expected to be contributed to the economy by the manufacturing industry. Business environment is being improved while the barriers to business were removed and the list of permits reduced.
Firstly,
the subsidies and loan guarantees by microfinance organizations are introduced to increase working capital loans from 60 to 360 million tenge, as well as expand the access to financing. Requirements for the program participants are improved to ensure the growth of employment and tax revenues. The support for entrepreneurs at all stages is strengthened as well. The training contributes to the preparation of documents to obtain loans and support, as well as establish a sales chain. More than 30 Kazakh enterprises have showcased their products to Chinese consumers at the second International Import-Export 2019 in Shanghai. Some of the companies are cooperating with the Chinese buyers. For example, there is an enterprise which produces almost 1 billion liters of natural juices and drinks per year, have established contacts in China. In 10 years, exports to Central Asian countries and Russia have been established in China. The next step is to expand the presence in China.
Мы рассчитываем провести переговоры и согласовать.
We plan to hold negotiations with our buyers and as a result come to an agreement on the shipping conditions with several partners. These potential partners will develop our brands in China. Some of our products are made without sugar, and for most of the products we have a certificate of the Academy of Nutrition which recommends the consumption by children older than 3.
Сертификат Академии питания как рекомендацию детям с 3 лет.
Over 200 Kazakh entrepreneurs wanted to take part in the exhibition, out of which the top 30 best companies have been selected. Over the past 5 years, China has allowed 17 product groups from Kazakhstan to be sold in its local market. This is a great opportunity for Kazakhstan.
Қытайдың заңнамасы өте деген сондай не қатаң.
There are complex import requirements in China. It is not easy to enter their market. Therefore, we are carefully studying the requirements and legislation.
Қытайға өткізу, тауарларды өткізу деген өте қиын.
These measures are taken in order to support exporting companies. At the Standardization Center, these companies learn about the rules of importing products into China. Before the end of the year, the companies promise to present the entire algorithm of actions for each type of product. The active participation in the Chinese market will allow Kazakhstan, a leading producer of organic food products in Central Asia region. Unique methodology for the introduction of micro-irrigation technology using mineral fertilizers in apple orchards has been successfully implemented in Kyrgyzstan. Every year, the Nukat district receives up to 100,000 tons of crops. Local farmers opined that this method of watering plants effectively affects not only harvest, but also the growth and development of trees. Local resident Abdulaziz Mamatov successfully turned a stony abandoned land into a blooming orchard. The farmer planted over 23,000 apple seedlings on a territory of 10 hectares of land. Using the new technology of micro-irrigation, it was not easy at first, but I have learned the intricacies of the process. All the seedlings were imported from Poland, including varieties such as Red Jonah Prince, Red Cap, Gala, and Aidaret. Our climate is suitable for the growth of the trees. Even the Poles were surprised by this. The farmer plans to export the organic products to foreign markets. Moreover, he is also ready to open a special training center in the future to share his experience with other farmers. Nur Sultan hosted a photo exhibition of member states of the Conference on Interaction and Confidence Building Measures in Asia. The works reflecting the point of the initiative and its implementation are displayed at the exhibition. The idea of convening the CICA was first announced in 1992 by the first president of Kazakhstan, Nur Sultan Nazarbayev. This has become the beginning of a completely new cooperation format in this area in the Asian region. Experts said that the creation of a dialogue platform has contributed to the integration of issues on regional security and global security system.
Была представлена данная организация выставка, где показаны именно
Photo materials of various dialogue platforms as well as the work of CICA on improvement were displayed at the presented exhibition, given that a threat to one state is considered as a threat to the entire Central Asia region. Therefore, I think that being united in the Council as well as the contribution of the Assembly to the activities of the CICA will be real steps in this direction.
являются именно реальными шагами в данном направлении.
National-style products are becoming increasingly popular. Gulperizat Utebayeva makes blankets using the old techniques. Foreign buyers are pleased to purchase the craft woman's quilts, which are decorated with intricate ornaments. Most often, she uses patterns of geometric shapes or animal style, specifically with forms of animal horns. Gulperizat Utebayeva said that the buyers like her blankets made using sophisticated techniques.
The
patchwork is the hardest to make, but the most beautiful to look at. It is expensive as well, because it is a very valuable work, not only because it is created by hand, but it also requires a lot of effort and special diligence. In the past, a quilt was an important part of dowry for women. It served as a talisman, symbolizing wealth and prosperity. This tradition is still being practiced today. We export and sell our products to Russia, Dagestan, and even to Germany. A girl from our city married a Kazakh living there. I embroidered a blanket as part of a dowry. Astana Musical Theatre has presented an extraordinary beauty, an outstanding identity of centuries-old traditions and customs of Kazakh people, such as birth of a child, his first steps, matchmaking, and wedding. Nur Sultan has hosted a long-awaited premiere of Shani Rak musical performance. Artists of the theatre have been preparing for about 6 months for the unique performance. During the preparations to the musical performance, we have been working together with dressers, choreographer, and stage director. All of them tried to create the image which clearly reflects the artist's characters as clearly as possible. I play the character of Winter. The harmonious combination of the sounds of national instruments and folk songs coupled with modern choreography create a mythical atmosphere, immersing the public in the world of images and symbols of the ancient civilization of nomads.
Так как это музыкальный жанр, музыкальная пьеса, музыка непрерывно должна от и до.
Since this is a musical genre, the music must be continuous from the beginning to end. Therefore, it is very interesting and memorable for the audience. In Central Asian countries, Astana Musical is a very new project. A lot of efforts have been put into this project, which I think will be paid off abroad.
Очень много силы потрачено на этот проект. Я думаю, оно достойно покажет за рубежом себя.
In the near future, the Astana Musical Theatre plans to tour overseas in order to present its experimental performance, which reflects the richness of history and greatness of the traditions of nomads. Yerjan Maxim will perform a song Armanan Kalma, which reflects his own destiny at the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. Creators of the composition, a young poet Daniyar Kudaibergen and composer Hamid Shangaliev, think that this is an example of the young artist's path from the rural outback to the world scenes. The music of the song was created at first, followed by the writing of the lyrics. The musical content has been chosen by Yerjan Maxim himself. The genre of the melody is animated, which corresponds to the age of the performer. The wide range of sound shows all the possibilities of his voice control, from low notes to falsetto. The song lasts 3 minutes, which, according to the authors, can become a dream anthem for young listeners. We have chosen this genre, which sounds like a soundtrack of the cartoon, to make the song an actual soundtrack in the future. Yerjan liked the draft version of the song, which is really important. We think that it is also important that the performer should choose the song himself.
Tickets for the upcoming concert of Kazakh singer Dimash Kudaibergen in New York were sold out month. 75% of his fans are Americans. Organizers of the concert have allocated an additional 2,000 tickets due to the high demand. The Kazakh singer will perform a new show, Arnau Tour Envoy, on December 10th at the legendary Barclays Center. Last year, Dimash Kudaibergen held a full house concert in London. There were more than 4,500 people from 45 countries attended his solo concert then. The upcoming concert in USA, organized by the Kazakh Ministry of Culture and Sports, promises to be one of the most outstanding events of the year.